Today we're going to take a quick look at equations and how to solve them. So what we have here is a classic equation. There is our variable x. We have a multiplication going on between 0.5 and x. We also have a plus 78.2. And of course, we have an equals sign with a 287 on the other side. Now, our goal in any equation is to isolate the variable, which means our goal is to get this variable on its own side by itself and make sure there's no other variables in our problem right here. So to help do this, what I am going to start by doing is by drawing a line. And I'm drawing this line going down from the equal sign. This separates our problem into two parts, the left side and the right side, and both of these parts are equal to one another. So our goal here is to get rid of everything that is currently on the left side of this problem, which includes the 0.5 and the 78.2. So my first step here to solve this problem is I'm going to take this and I'm going to say, look at, I have a plus 78.2 here. I want to get rid of this. And the way I get rid of anything that I don't want here is to do the opposite. So in this problem, there is a plus 78.2. The opposite of that is to subtract 78.2. And since this is an equation and I want this to remain equal, both sides have to be the same, I also need to subtract 78.2 from the right side as well. And the reason why I actually write this out and draw this each step of the way is because what's going to happen is this 78.2 and this minus 78.2, that's nothing. That pretty much is just going to disappear from my problem because 78.2 minus 78.2 is equal to 0. So what I'm going to do next is bring down the only thing that remains on this side over here, 0.5x. I still do know it is equal. I'm just going to draw my equal sign a little bit to the side of the line right there. And over here on the right, I need to actually subtract what I see and figure out what it is now equal to, which in this case is 207.8. Which brings me to my final step right here. As you can see on the left side of my problem, I only have one number next to my variable. In case you did not know this, we have a number next to a variable. It implies multiplication. This is a multiplication of 0.5 times x is equal to 207.8. We don't write the multiplication sign because a multiplication sign usually looks like an x. Be very confusing to have multiple variables in this problem. So to solve this, to do the opposite of multiplication, we need to divide. We are always dividing by whatever number is being multiplied by the variable. In this case, 0.5, 0.5. Be very careful on a problem like this, especially when you are dealing with a decimal here. This is division of a number that is smaller than 1. So my answer is actually going to be larger than this 207.8 that I started with. 207.8 divided by 0.5 is 415.6. And this is the answer to my problem. I'm going to go ahead and circle it and know that that answer is correct. Now, if you are still not satisfied with this answer, or you are saying, you know what, I might have messed up on this problem right here, we can check this. And to do this, all we're going to do, I'm actually going to do it on the lower corner here. All we need to do is start off with my original equation, the exact same thing I started with in this problem. I'm even label it here with my check. Now the difference in the check compared to the actual solving of the equation is my check is only meant to make sure this answer that we got right here makes this equation true. And what should happen is I should be able to take this, multiply by 415.6, and add 78.2. And what should happen is it should equal 287. Now be very careful when you are doing and solving a problem like this. You need to remember order of operations, multiplication first, 0.5 times 415.6, 207.8. Notice it is the same number we saw up here, plus 78.2. And very quickly using my calculator, yes, it is equal to 287. Therefore, checks out. This is the answer to my problem. This answer right here is the value of x that makes the left side of my equation equal to the right side of my equation.